Strength isn't just about muscles or loud confidence. Real power is quiet, subtle, and often invisible. And just as quietly, habits can make you appear weak. Habits that chip away at perception, influence, and respect without you even noticing. People rarely call it out. They don't tell you, stop doing this, you look weak. Instead, they perceive it, and it changes how they interact with you. Over time, these quiet habits silently undermine your presence, your influence, and your potential. The first habit that projects weakness is indecision. Hesitation communicates uncertainty. When you constantly delay choices or defer to others, people perceive you as lacking conviction. Even small decisions like where to eat or which project to start first carry signals. Consistent hesitation trains your mind and others' perception to see you as unsure. Confidence is forged through decisive action. The more you practice making clear choices, the more strength you silently broadcast. Another subtle habit is over-explaining yourself. Perhaps you feel the need to justify your actions, decisions, or opinions. Over-explaining communicates insecurity. If you can't state your position without justification, others assume your stance is weak. People respect clarity, not rambling explanations. Speaking concisely, with confidence in your decisions, creates authority and signals internal strength. A quiet habit that undermines strength is seeking approval constantly. When you ask others for validation before acting, you appear dependent. True influence doesn't require permission, it asserts itself naturally. Continual approval seeking sends a subtle signal. You lack trust in yourself. Strength grows when you trust your own judgment, even when others disagree. Another habit is avoiding confrontation at all costs. While unnecessary conflict is draining, consistently evading challenges communicates timidity. Avoidance of tough conversations signals fear rather than wisdom. Real strength involves handling conflict with calm, intelligence, and authority. When you avoid confrontation entirely, people silently question your capacity to lead, defend, or influence. Procrastination is another invisible strength killer. Every delayed task quietly broadcasts unreliability. People don't just notice the work left undone, they sense the underlying hesitation and lack of follow-through. Strength is measured by action, not intention. Completing what you start signals discipline, capability, and control over your circumstances. Another quiet habit is neglecting your appearance or posture. Strength isn't vanity, it's presence. Slouched posture, poor grooming, and distracted body language communicate lack of care, self-respect, or energy. People read body language subconsciously. Standing tall, maintaining eye contact, and moving with purpose signals inner strength without a single word. Constant complaining is another subtle signal of weakness. While venting occasionally is natural, habitual negativity drains energy from others and signals a victim mindset. Weakness is perceived where responsibility is absent. People instinctively avoid those who focus on problems instead of solutions. Strength is expressed through resilience, problem solving, and composure under stress. A quiet but dangerous habit is letting fear dictate behavior. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of change broadcasts hesitation. People perceive this as weakness because it shows lack of courage or confidence in navigating life's challenges. Strength grows when you act despite fear. Each courageous choice silently reinforces your perception as someone capable and resilient. Another subtle habit is inconsistency. People respect reliability. If your words, actions, or emotions fluctuate unpredictably, it signals instability. Strength is built through dependability, predictability, and follow-through. Inconsistent behavior undermines trust and signals weakness, even if your intentions are good. Being easily influenced or manipulated is another habit that projects weakness. If people sense you can be swayed without solid reasoning or values, they quietly lose respect. Strength is rooted in conviction. While openness to ideas is important, being easily pushed around signals lack of internal control. Over-apologizing is another invisible strength killer. Apologies should be earned and purposeful, not habitual. Saying sorry unnecessarily communicates guilt, insecurity, or fear of disapproval. Strength is confident accountability. Acknowledge mistakes without diminishing yourself constantly. People respect those who stand tall, not those who bow unnecessarily. Another quiet habit is failing to set boundaries. When you allow people to overstep limits, take advantage of your time, or disregard your needs, it signals passivity. Strength grows when you assert boundaries calmly but firmly. People instinctively respect those who protect their energy and space. Weakness is perceived where boundaries are absent. A subtle but powerful habit is oversharing personal struggles prematurely. Sharing builds connection, but revealing too much too soon can communicate vulnerability before trust is established. Strength is knowing what to share, when, and with whom. Guarding personal details strategically signals inner stability and emotional resilience. Avoiding responsibility is another quiet weakness signal. People notice when you shift blame or avoid owning outcomes. Strength is rooted in accountability. Every act of responsibility reinforces perception of capability, reliability, and leadership. Avoidance signals uncertainty and undermines influence. Another invisible strength killer is passive communication. If you fail to express your needs, opinions, or expectations clearly, people assume you lack confidence. Silence may seem harmless, but consistent passivity communicates weakness. Strength is expressed through assertive, calm, and clear communication without aggression. Failing to develop skills or improve yourself silently signals stagnation. People respect growth and dedication. Remaining stagnant signals complacency or inability. Strength is not static, it's cultivated continuously. Pursuing mastery signals inner discipline and capability, subtly broadcasting strength to others. Another habit that quietly diminishes perceived strength is letting emotions control reactions. Emotional instability, overreaction, or visible panic under pressure signals vulnerability. Strength is calmness under challenge, measured responses, and composure when stakes are high. People trust those who remain centered, not those controlled by emotion. Lastly, ignoring opportunities for leadership, initiative, or influence quietly communicates passivity. Strength is exercised when you step up, take charge, and influence outcomes. Avoiding responsibility or leadership signals fear or lack of capability. People naturally follow those who display quiet, consistent competence. Here's the reality. Perception is shaped by countless small, quiet habits. No one habit alone destroys influence or respect, but repeated patterns create a narrative others believe. Weakness is not about loudness, size, or aggression. It's about subtle, invisible behaviors that communicate hesitation, insecurity, or passivity. Self-awareness is your weapon. Observe yourself. Reflect on your daily habits. Ask, what am I silently signaling to others? Which small behaviors undermine the perception of my strength? Change these quietly, consistently, and you'll notice a shift in how people respond, how opportunities present themselves, and how others treat you. Because real strength is not about what you say, it's about what you habitually do. Quiet, deliberate action, calm presence, and consistent behavior signal power far more effectively than any loud gesture or flashy display. Correct your quiet habits today, and you'll project strength in ways people can't ignore.